Hi, my name is Kalin Karakehayov, and this is SEO in 2024 Additional Insight.
Kalin, what's your additional insight for SEO in 2024?
Accept that you don't know what is going on.
Accept that you don't know what's going on. Does this apply to everything or just select SEO challenges?
We know that there are many SEO challenges that are really like set in stone. Make a good website, get every good link that you can get easily, and of course, build as much great content as you have. But after you have covered the basics, when you wonder whether to invest in more content or more links or which link, it really becomes harder and harder to get the best return on investment, because right now I think even the Google engineers don't exactly know what is most important for good ranking.
Is that because AI is basically controlling the algorithm?
Yes.
So how do you do it then? So how do you prioritize what to focus on if you're not sure what has the impact?
We use economical reasoning. So what links are probably good, but we can get them the cheapest way, the easiest way. Same with content, using AI content.
Okay, and so you're finding, just focusing on content for a second, AI content just produced by AI is ranking and bringing in decent volumes of traffic?
Yes, but it's never a guarantee. Sometimes it will rank, sometimes it won't. So the only sensible approach is just to have more websites and don't rely on a single website very much in terms of SEO, because sometimes it will take off, sometimes it won't. We use H domains, but it's never a guarantee.
So what does this mean then in terms of content publishing strategy for established brands? Because if you're an established brand, you've got an established website, maybe a .com with over 10 years of history, decent authority on there as well. Are you actually advising a site like that to have multiple domains as well?
A site like that can be quite more aggressive in their link building. The rules that apply to those big websites are more lax than what applies to the new website or the smaller website. If you're already a brand and you have all the brand signals, a lot of brand search, a lot of good user experience on the website that Google can now track, then you'll be able to do more aggressive link building, use more anchors in your link building, and it becomes all about creating the best landing pages and being more aggressive on specific terms that are available for the brand.
Understand. So Google basically understands what the brand is about, what category of business it is, where it fits in the landscape in terms of its competitors. So if there are hundreds of links that appear freshly to that website on a weekly basis, then that's not necessarily an issue, and it's probably only likely to be a positive then. Is that what you're saying?
I have never seen someone get penalized for a lot of links. I've seen people penalized for bad links, but for a lot of links at once, it can always happen naturally. So I don't think that this is a real issue.
And what about frequency of link building and consistency of link building? I mean, surely it's not necessarily a good signal to Google if you get hundreds of links in 1 week and then nothing for another few weeks and then hundreds again in the future, one week in the future.
Yes, but this way, when you start building a lot of links, then you know that frequency is important. You force yourself to do more and more links, which is one of the most important things, because otherwise you get lazy.
Any particular kind of links that you're finding particularly useful at the moment?
One of the links that we are a provider, one of the link types is homepage link. So it's very easy nowadays to get links for trust. You can buy a guest post almost everywhere. You can even buy a whole parasite in a big authoritative website. But something that is harder to do is to pass actually power, not trust. When I started SEO more than 15 years ago, SEO was all about power. Trust was not such a factor. So we were doing a lot of CDNs, a lot of homepage links. And then there was a period where 301 redirect with a lot of power were a very good strategy. And now we rely a lot more on trust these days, because trust is what gets the new website out of the sandbox and all of this. And trust is what really makes the big authoritative websites rank for everything. But power is still important, because power is is what makes you rank for any specific keyword. No, trust only will not cut it in a very competitive niche.
And by trust, do you mean the trust flow metric?
By trust, I mean in general that you are linked by very high authoritative websites directly. And by power, I mean that you have juice, you have homepage links, you have a redirect, you have wherever bring juice. So trust is, if you have a powerful website, it can spread its power only so much. It can have, let's say, 1,000 links from the homepage, which transmits a lot of power. But if you make those 100, then not a lot of power would be transmitted. But if you have 100 links, each of them will still transmit the trust. So trust is really easy to get by nowadays because you can just buy a get post that will be a zillion clicks from the homepage and it will still transmit trust, but not power. Especially in the more gray cat, the more spammy niches like gambling, CBD and others, power is becoming more important because it's the hardest thing to get nowadays is power, not trust.
And do you also look at links that are likely to drive traffic, or is it all about links that drive that search engine recognition and authority building?
I think that if none of the links to your website drive any traffic, it may be some red flag. But in general, traffic and link juice and page rank are different parts of the algorithm. So Google doesn't directly link this to traffic. And you can definitely rank pretty well with websites that don't have a lot of traffic. It doesn't mean that they would not have traffic. You can find a lot of old university websites or very niche science projects about something that only 10 people in the world actually understand properly. They will not have any traffic, but they will be cited in Google Scholar, from conferences, from universities, and they will have a lot of traffic.
Okay, so you're essentially saying that you can buy trust and authority, but you talked earlier on about using AI to generate content as well. Where does original quality content come in? I mean, do you have to have humans write high quality content on your own website to demonstrate your own authority at least?
I think authority comes for Google mostly from high trust link. If you have links from top universities, from the government, from media, Google trusts you. Google cannot really understand by the content if you're an expert or not. This is a very high level task, even for AI. So it's still mostly the link.
Interesting. Okay. And how does this impact then being able to differentiate yourself compared with competitors out there? Again, is it all about links, or do you not need some kind of differentiation in your content publishing strategy to demonstrate why you're different compared with other people in your niche?
You definitely need a differentiation in non-SEO terms. So you want to have a different product or service or proposition or idea. Otherwise, internet is flooded with content. Even if you rank, you would not get the returning users. You will not get all the other benefits. A long time ago, when I started SEO, Google was highly rewarding original content. And now they have made a new turn on this, and now they reward things like the rest, because that's how they filter. If you show content, AI content, and outright spam, they filter it out. Right now, they are checking if you are doing what the other contenders for the same serve are doing, which is, I don't really like this approach, but maybe they have no choice. So regarding the content, I don't think Google rewards originality, but people will reward it eventually, even if they don't link. Still, there will be some value for this. People will spend more time on the site, which is a signal that Google now looks at. So there will be benefits if you have high quality content.
So how does this impact the way that you actually set a strategy? I mean, is a strategy necessary even? Because it sounds like you're operating on a fairly day-to-day basis and just doing what you can in terms of building link and generating content using AI.
The strategy is very important if you start now and want to pick your niche, if you are an affiliate or want to start an e-commerce or whatever. So you just need to choose between thousands of niches. And this is a really strategic choice because the niches are not the same. Some niches are really much easier to rank and to make money than others. Competition is not the same regarding to the value of the niche. So this is where a lot of the strategy play comes into. Once you start doing it, it's a lot about grinding and scaling for me. SEO, all of the building blocks of SEO, the content, the link, they have become something you buy eventually. You either buy them with your money or your time or your creativity, which is not limitless. You invest some of your resources and you get content and links and whatever else you need back. There's not really so much space for original creation in SEO. I think the scaling has won the game.
Is this sustainable, or is the way that you do things likely to change over the next year or two?
I don't see very big changes coming to SEO in the future. Google is very heavily reliant on link. Link you can buy, but everything else you can manipulate for almost for free, including the user experience. There are now people who are manipulating the user experience successfully, who are doing this just with a zombified phone. And it's no way that Google can catch this old Google account users are logged in, even if it's just a bot. So this can be faked for free. The link at least you have to buy, which prevents just any spammer to attack any server. So the financial requirement is stabilizing the search. And so Google is kind of publicly against paid links, but privately kind of okay, because this is what makes the search more stable.
So when you're talking about faking the user experience, are you talking about giving search engines a different experience compared with users?
I'm talking about every user in Google Chrome has their every action monitored by Google and sending this data to Google.
So sending fake data to you, Google.
Yeah, you can just take a user and logged into an old Google account and send data to Google. And if Google makes your user experience the main metric instead of links that you can obviously buy, it will be actually easier to pay or to build technology to fake the user experience, because it is something that you do on your own servers and not something related to the internet. It's harder to buy something that's on the internet because the supply, the demand, and economic factors. So Google is basically cannot make a lot of changes. They cannot start disregarding links. Links will always be hugely important. And also one of their main pillars, the topical authority link with the content, will have to decrease in value, because with AI content, everyone can have a lot of articles, everyone can have topical authority.
So if someone is looking to get involved in SEO, start a career in SEO, what would you advise them to do to have a relatively prolonged career so that they can, I guess, keep on doing what they learn to do?
Well, there are, let's say, two paths, a white hat path and a gray hat path. The white hat path is just take on some clients in easy niches, maybe something that's local, and start ranking low and mid competition keywords and learn on the way. This is something that is definitely worth trying if you're a junior SEO. Or there's a gray hat path where you try to earn money from your own website as an affiliate, and then you start building websites, and that is something that you need some starting capital for, unlike the first option. And if you don't get any starting capital, you have to sell links on the way. So we're talking some age domain usage, some link selling alongside with the ranking, so you can always have money in the bank to keep the machine rolling until you start earning money from affiliate or display ads.
And if someone's listening that runs an agency that perhaps has a few bigger clients, do you think link building is the thing that they should focus on?
I think from a standpoint of the agency, yes, agencies should proportionally spend more on link building, because this is what brings the result in competitive niches. And this way, as an agency, when you scale up your link building, you'll be able to take bigger and bigger clients in more competitive niches, and you can just grow as an agency.
So you've shared what SEO should be doing in 2024. Now let's talk about what SEO shouldn't be doing. So what's something that's seductive in terms of time, but ultimately counterproductive? What's something that SEO shouldn't be doing in 2024?
I think most SEOs really do an overkill with filtering the link that they buy or they source. A link helps if it's a good link, even if it's not relevant, even if the website doesn't have traffic, even if it doesn't have high metric. Every link helps if it's a natural link. So if you have too many links that are not very relevant, Google will start to question your relevancy. But every single link will still help if most of your links are good and relevant and natural. Natural is actually the keyword. If your link is either completely natural or Google perceives it as natural, it's a win for you. So when you source or buy or whatever you do to acquire links, don't be so picky. I think people have become way too picky. They're starting to ask for traffic from small websites that are really not supposed to have that much traffic. They're starting to really be too picky, and it just means that you pay more money for links that are not actually that much more valuable.
Kalin Karakehayov is founder of SEO.domains, and you can find him over at SEO.domains. Kalin, thanks so much for adding additional insight to SEO in 2024.
Thank you.
I've been your host, David Bain. You've been listening to an episode of SEO in 2024 Additional Insights, a Majestic series that complements the original SEO in 2024 podcast, video series, and book. Find out more at SEOin2024.com.